You did have some terrific earnings, beating expectations. His forecast for double-digit growth. It's interesting because the pandemic has hit so many of us hard, but we have to admit there are silver linings in this dark, dark cloud, and certainly the need to work from home, the need to adopt all the kinds of things you specialize in has been a plus for your company.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me here. Happy New Year to you and your viewers. I think when the pandemic hit us, I think what we did was we prioritized employee safety. We asked them to stay at home, take care of themselves, take care of their family, take care of their community in which they live in, plus sign up to the remote working. And then as they sign up, they're bound by certain confidentiality. How do they secure, et cetera, in addition to the tools that we have. And all that kind of helped in terms of listening to our customers, as well as ensuring that their priorities are understood, making them resilient and see how they would like to support their customers, and then contribute to them in their growth and innovation agenda.
So in terms of the other side of the coin, working from home, you have a great number of your employees working from home in terms of one of our stories I read on Bloomberg. And what you said something like 96%, and you're experiencing very high productivity. Do you have any secrets to share with other companies? I think a lot of people see that, but some find it isn't working so well for them. What's the answer here?
See, we have a workforce of about nearly 475,000, and then we enabled 96% of them to be working remotely. Sometimes I think we underestimate the ability of the human mindset and human potential. I think, they kind of, the minute you rolled out all the tools and the collaboration and the flexibility associated with it, what we find is that they have been able to have that flexibility utilized. Their learning ability has gone up significantly. Their ability to collaborate with their mentors in the industry, peers, and also with the customers have increased. All that has contributed to the increase in productivity. Plus, I think, TCS also realized that, employee engagement is the key. So we launched a number of initiatives within the company, like a One TCS channel, and then there are tools by which, one is able to figure out the normal behavior of the person versus an abnormal behavior, and proactively engage with them, right? So we, for example, in the last month alone, we had about 22,000 one-on-one connects with our employees. There is a system that goes with it. The employee engagement is the key, making sure that they are cared about, understand their priorities, understand their issues, keep resolving them, and then making sure that they are able to contribute well.
What emerging technologies do you see as staying in high demand or even higher demand after the pandemic is over?
I think the pandemic has proven beyond doubt the scalability and the robustness of internet and cloud as a technology. What our customers are typically looking at is, first is they want to make sure that they are resilient. Second is that they want to make sure that the employees can work remotely. Third is that they are able to service their customers and grow. So irrespective of what the paradigm is, whether it is resilient, employee experience, customer experience, growth, innovation, in all these aspects, technology is the solution, right? So in that context, I think the overarching demand for cloud and moving to cloud is a big hit. That we see a significant shift in every one of our customers towards a cloud adoption, whether it is a private cloud or moving from a private cloud to a public cloud so that they can leverage the native capabilities of the cloud. So cloud is really the big thing. The second aspect is that automation. While automation has been in the game for the last few years, artificial intelligence is for real. That realization is helping because people are wholeheartedly adopting artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms to ensure that there is a self-healing mechanism, there is a self-learning mechanisms in their technology that they have rolled out, so that their businesses can be resilient and their businesses can actually grow and launch new products during this time, right? So beyond this cloud and artificial intelligence, I think, the focus is really about increasing the employee experience, improving the customer experience, and see how they can build ecosystems and partnerships to complement their own capabilities so that they can be purpose-driven, resilient, and adaptable.
So I want to get your view on the vaccine rollout, both across India and, of course, globally. There's an endeavour underway to get this out as soon as possible, as effectively as possible, but also within your company. What is the most effective strategy when it comes to rolling out a vaccine to put an end to this pandemic?
I think, in India, I think the government took a very pragmatic approach because, they went in for a collaboration of the Oxford variation of the vaccine with one of their manufacturers in India, because simply the logistics in India will be very difficult to manage to really use the other version, which will require very low temperatures, and logistics won't work out in India. So the government has taken a fairly informed approach of taking the other variation and ensuring that the logistics are worked out. I think the logistics is one of the biggest things that we have to worry about. Second is that even though that some of the other variations, we have two variations of the vaccine here. One is called Covishield, and that is called Covaxin. The Covaxin is, even though the efficacy is about 70%, the government took a chance to actually go and then pragmatically vaccinate people, because I think in India we have just completed the wave 1 and it's just kind of coming under control. Everyone predicts that the wave 2 will come. I think the government is taking a stance that let's go and vaccinate as many people as possible, so that at least we are able to control the wave 2, because everyone is saying that India is in for a wave 2, right? I think logistics is very important. And the other approach is that, look, the variation that we have taken means that any health worker can administer it, because the approach of vaccinating is exactly the same. They don't have to learn new ways of administering it.
So NGS, one of the reasons for your great results have to do with deals. You've inked a lot of good deals. What's in the pipeline now? What kind of companies are you looking to acquire? What's going to drive this in the next few quarters?
Yes, I think this Q3 results that we published recently has been, one of the finest in over 9 years in terms of growth in a seasonally weak Q3 quarter. Overall, $6.8 billion worth of deals have been done, and then banking financial services contributed to about $2.4 billion of deals. And North America, especially US, contributed to about nearly $4 billion worth of deals. So we see that the demand for cloud, automation, artificial intelligence across the industries verticals, as I explained before. I think the customers are also looking at unlocking some of the values that they have, and they are interested in co-creating IP. They are interested in if they have a patents, if they have let's say a captive that they have built, then they would like to say that, look, they would like to repurpose it, because there was a period of time that they all created captives which are for, let's say, for a specific purpose, be it for KYC or be it for processing payments and so on and so on. But then the pandemic and the new approach means that they need to invest in new set of capabilities in the captive. So they would like to actually sell off some of those captives to someone like TCS. So the deal that we did recently with the Postbank Systems, Deutsche Bank in Germany, or the one in Ireland with Prudential Promerica, both are in that direction. Okay. So I think overall, there is a significant opportunity, significant consolidation, and a number of startups are looking for TCS to come and then see if they can help them in taking them to the industry at large.
Are these acquisitions really key to maintaining your competitive edge? Because you do have competitors, of course, and when it comes to the outperformance of your stock, a lot of analysts are saying it's going to be a very tall order to ask for more margin growth, to ask for more volume and sales growth for the rest of the year.
We have taken an approach of very calibrated organic and inorganic growth. I think we have one of the successful track record of acquiring and integrating companies. But traditionally, we have emphasized the fact that organically we should grow. And acquisition is not just in terms of acquiring skill sets and people, but then as long as it is at the right price, as long as they have a set of products or capabilities or intellectual properties is something that we are looking for. And whether it is in banking, financial services, or for healthcare or life insurance capabilities, I think there are many candidates that we always keep evaluating. And then for the right moment at the right price, I think we are open for acquisitions.
So, NGS, I can't let you go without asking you about Joe Biden becoming U.S. president. You know, last summer, your CEO spoke out against President Trump's visa curbs, H-1B visas that allow employers to temporarily employ foreign workers in specialty occupations like IT. What are you hoping to see from Joe Biden when it comes to your company, when it comes to India?
I think from our industry perspective, the aspects such as the U.S. elections or Brexit always, puts in certain amount of uncertainty. So customers hold their spending or delay their decisions or defer large transformation programs, which are key for our success. So I think with this uncertainty over, I think customers will be happy to take those decisions and then go ahead. And business is all about, operating within the constraints and complying to the laws of the land, which we have always done that. And I think, Biden administration coming in, there will be a fresh perspective on many things, and then the uncertainties will be over. I think the biggest agenda for them will be to come up with distinctive solutions and complete the vaccinations and then control the pandemic, which is fairly widespread right now in the US. I think that should be the priority. And then the second thing is, I think the overall business climate, they will certainly be providing a lot of incentives to the business, which should also help the industry and the economy to recover significantly.